Pumutok ang bulkang Taal naman kaninang madaling araw. Ayon po sa PHIVOLCS, nagkaroon ng minor phreatomagmatic eruption sa main crater ng bulkan pasado alas 2 ng madaling araw. Kita sa kanilang thermal camera ang usok na ibinuga ng bulkan na umabot ng 2,500 talampakan ng taas. Nananatili ang alert level 1 sa Taal, kaya may banta pa rin ng biglaang pagputok sa bulkan. Bawal din ang pagpasok sa Taal Volcano Island. Kaugnay niyan at nang nangyaring lindol sa Cebu, ang nangyaring lindol, magkakausap po natin si Dr. Teresito Catoto Bacolcol, Director ng PHIVOLCS. Magandang tanghali po sa inyo, Catoto.
Yes ma'am, magandang tanghali din po sa inyo.
Simulan po natin doon sa lindol kagabi na umabot pa ang epekto hanggang sa Bicol region. Anong fault po ang sanhi ng lindol?
Yung nakapag-produce po, pag-generate po ng lindol kahapon is, kagabi is an offshore active fault sa may northeast ng Bohol Island, ng Cebu Island. So nasa dagat po siya and wala pong pangalan but it's an active fault na nasa dagat.
Ano pong klaseng fault?
Offshore
fault.
active fault, nasa dagat. Yeah, offshore active fault.
Opo. Hanggang intensity 7 yung naramdamang pagyanig sa ilang bahagi po ng Visayas kagabi. Para lang po malinaw sa lahat, ano po ba yung pinagkaiba ng magnitude at intensity?
Okay, so yung magnitude po kasi it's the amount of energy that is being released during an earthquake. While yung intensity naman, this is how a person perceives his environment or his surroundings during strong shaking. So parang maihambing po natin yan sa bulb. For example, a bulb that's 50 watts, yun yung katumbas ng magnitude natin. So anywhere in the room, it's still 50 watts. But yung intensity ng light na mapaperceive ng tao would depend on how close he is to the bulb. For example, kung mas malayo ka, faint lang yung intensity ng light na mapaperceive mo. But if you're closer to the bulb, mas malakas yung intensity ng ilaw na mapaperceive ng tao. So it's the same thing. But anywhere in the room, it's still 50 watts. So yun yung magnitude.
Nag-issue po kayo ng tsunami warning kagabi pero binawi ninyo rin kalaunan. Wala po bang naging epekto ang lindol sa mga malalapit sa tabing dagat?
Wala po, kaya po tayo nilift po natin after 3 hours yung tsunami information po natin. Kasi po wala po tayong, ino-observe po natin kung anong mangyari. Kasi based on our modeling, pwede po magkaroon ng not more than 1 meter tsunami waves. So ang in-expect natin na arrival ng waves would be from 9:59 p.m. to 11:20 p.m. So hinintay natin yung matapos yung 11:20 p.m. and then based on our SOP, we have to wait for 2 more hours bago natin i-lift or i-cancel yung advisory. So we did that early this morning at 1:20 a.m.
Ilan na po so far yung naitalang aftershocks at gaano po kalalakas?
So far, as of 8 a.m. today, nakapagtala na po tayo ng 723 aftershocks. And yung aftershocks, yung pinakamataas is magnitude 4.8.
Malakas din po. Ito po ba, pag ganito, gaano katagal yung posibleng maramdaman o mangyari pa ang aftershocks? Katoto?
Yung aftershocks would probably last for several days to several weeks. Pero habang tumatagal naman, humihina yung aftershocks natin and kumukonti yung aftershock count. So, but again, this would last for probably several days to several weeks.
Ongoing pa ang search at rescue operations ng mga otoridad. Posible pa rin ba ang banta po ng isa pang malakas na lindol?
Yes, posible pa rin yung, again, when we say aftershock, it's 1 degree lower than the main shock. So, ang magnitude ng main shock natin is 6.9. It's possible po na magkaroon po ng magnitude 5.9 na aftershock. So, sana naman, hindi na. Yung magnitude 4.8, sana yun na yung pinakamataas na aftershock natin.
Pag po ba ganito, mayroon po ba tayong kakayanan na ma-monitor yung fault na gumalaw?
Yes po, alam po natin kung ano yung fault na gumalaw. It's an offshore active fault.
Alright, we know but we don't know kung kailan ulit magkaka-earthquake. Or
Yes, that's right. That's right. Kung kailan, but we know that magkakaroon ng aftershocks because ayun yung sa earthquake cycle, we know that there's a main shock and there is an aftershock.
yung mga ganitong katulad po na sabi nyo nga po, this is an active fault at umabot sa 6.9 yung magnitude. So, yun pong so far, yung naitalang pinakamalakas na aftershock ay nasa 4.8. Malakas-lakas din po yun, Katoto. So, pwede pang maulit po ito.
Yes po, pwede pong maulit ito. And in fact, yung maximum na aftershock na pwedeng maitala natin is 5.9. But so far, 4.8 pa lang yung naitala natin.
Yung pong pinakamalakas, yung sinabi nyo pong 4.8, sa epicenter pa rin po ba usually nararamdaman yung pinakamalakas na aftershock o pwede pong sa ibang lugar naman?
Normally, yung mga aftershocks would cluster around the epicenter. So, hindi masyadong, it could be in another area, but hindi masyadong malayo doon sa epicenter. So, magka-cluster lang yan around the epicenter, yung mga aftershocks natin.
Bukod po sa lindol sa Cebu, sumabay din itong pag-alboroto ng Bulkang Taal. Katoto, ano ho ang sanhi naman ng pagputok ng bulkang kaninang madaling araw?
Well, yung kanina, yung pagputok ng Taal Volcano, again, yung una, it's at 12:57 to 1:02 a.m. It's a minor phreatic eruption. And this is, when we say phreatic eruption, this is interaction between hot volcanic materials and water. So yun po yung dahilan kung bakit po tayo nagkakaroon ng minor phreatic eruption. Then yung pangalawa naman, yung minor phreatomagmatic eruption, this is an interaction between magma and volcanic fluid. It could be or interaction between magma and water. So kaya po nagkakaroon po tayo ng phreatomagmatic eruption. But again, yung nakikita natin, na observe natin kanina is just normal for alert level 1 activity. So we have several phreatomagmatic eruptions and phreatic eruptions this year, starting January. So every now and then, meron tayong ganitong activities at Taal Volcano. And in fact, the last time na meron tayong phreatic eruption was September 11, meron tayong minor phreatic eruption na umabot ito ng 300 meters.
Okay. Siguro po, babalikan ko lamang, Katoto, ito pong sitwasyon natin sa Cebu, kung saan nga nakaranas tayo ng 6.9 na magnitude na lindol. Muli, paalala, mensahe po sa mga kababayan natin.
Okay, so paalala natin sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na yung affected by the 6.9 earthquake last night. Huwag po silang pumasok sa mga bahay nila kung kapag may nakita sila na visible damage. Kasi po, kung hindi man ito nasira totally during the main shock, baka po kapag may malakas na aftershock, totally mag-collapse yung structure. So what they should do is consult their municipal or city engineers and ask for their advice as to the integrity of their structures.
Marami pong salamat sa inyong oras, PHIVOLCS Director Dr. Teresito Katoto Bacolcol.